Who is Legolas Greenleaf? Among the Fellowship of the Ring, one figure moved with unmatched grace, an elf whose eyes pierced leagues of distance, whose arrows never missed, and whose loyalty bridged an ancient divide. Legolas, Prince of Mirkwood. But who was this immortal warrior beyond the bow and blade? What role did he truly play in the fate of Middle-earth? Legolas was the son of Thranduil, the Elven king of northern Mirkwood. Born among the Sindar, he was nonetheless tied to the Sylvan Elves over whom his father ruled. Of his early life little is told, but he grew into a master archer, keen of sight and sound, and gifted with the swiftness and strength of his people. Unlike many lords of elves, Legolas did not dwell in lofty halls of power. He walked among his kin, attuned to the wild forests of Middle-earth. Legolas enters history at a pivotal moment, the Council of Elrond. Sent as a messenger of his father, he bore grave news of Gollum's escape. When Elrond sought companions to bear the One Ring to Mordor, Legolas stepped forward as the representative of his people. Thus, he became one of the Nine Walkers. Bound for the greatest journey of the Third Age through mountain and forest, Legolas's gifts served the Fellowship well. On the snowy slopes of Caradhras, he walked lightly over the drifts while his companions struggled. In Moria, his bow sang against orcs and wargs alike, though his heart quarrelled with Gimli, son of Gloin, for between elves and dwarves lay an ancient bitterness. Yet, as the quest wore on, that enmity would soften into one of the truest friendships of the age. After Gandalf's fall in Moria, the Fellowship pressed on. In Lothlorien, Legolas received a mighty bow of the Galadrim, with which he struck down a Nazgul, riding a fell beast upon the river Anduin. When the Fellowship broke, he remained with Aragorn and Gimli, hunting the Uruk-hai, who carried Merry and Pippin into Rohan. Together, the three formed a brotherhood, one of elf, man, and dwarf, that would shape the battles to come. In the Hornburg of Helm's Deep, Legolas and Gimli counted their foes in a contest of kills, laughing even in the chaos of battle. He ran upon snow, rode with Eomer's riders, and fought beside Aragorn at the Black Gate. When the War of the Ring reached its climax, Legolas was there, slaying foes upon the Pelennor fields, scaling a Mumak, and standing defiant before Sauron's endless hordes. When the ring was destroyed and peace returned, Legolas remained in Gondor for the crowning of Aragorn and the wedding of Arwen. Yet the sea longing, foretold by Galadriel, stirred in his heart. With Gimli, he travelled to the glittering caves and the forests of Fangorn, keeping a promise of friendship. At last, after Aragorn's death, Legolas built a ship in Ithilien. With Gimli at his side, he sailed into the west, an elf and a dwarf together, crossing into the undying lands. It was the final voyage of the Fellowship. Legolas was more than a warrior with a bow. He was a bridge between peoples, a prince who chose the road of humility and fellowship. In his friendship with Gimli, in his loyalty to Aragorn, and in his quiet courage, he revealed the best of elvendom. The green leaf of Mirkwood, who moved like wind through trees, became a symbol of harmony in a world long divided. Legolas's story reminds us that even in an age of darkness, bonds of trust and love can shape the fate of all.